Hello and welcome to Utkarsh Minds Python for Data Science. Today we will see our lesson 4, uh, how to write the loops. So first I want to write a loop that will print 10 numbers. I am writing my starting point, which is a is equal to 0, and there is a loop. Loop means that a repetitive action. So let us see, this repetitive action takes place with the name while. So while a is less than 10, and then there is a colon. I am writing print a, and then a is equal to a plus 1. So what happens in this loop is that we have a equal to 0, which is my initial point, that is the initial value of a. Then I am writing a repetitive action. This action will take place till this condition is satisfied. The condition is that a should be less than 10. Right now a is 0, which is less than 10. So this loop is satisfied and I am getting the answer print a. So this a will be displayed. Initial value of a is 0. After displaying, this line will be executed, a is equal to a plus 1. So old value of a is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, that will be the new value of a, which is equal to 1. Remember, if you are not familiar with programming, that the left or the right hand side value, which is this one, is assigned to the left hand side. So a plus 1 is assigned to a, and a becomes 1. Then again we check this condition, and it is satisfied because 1 is less than 10, and so we print 1. And this continues, this cycle continues till a is not less than 10. So once a becomes 10, so 10 is not less than 10, this loop condition is false and the loop is stopped. So you are getting only from 0 to 9. This is a repetitive action. One more repetitive action, we can say, let us start I with 0, and let us say till I is less than 5, and I will say print hello, and then plus I, and then I is equal to I plus 1. So we print this and we increase the value of I by 1. What this loop will do is give me an error, because I is a number and number cannot be added with hello. So I have to convert my I from number to string, which is done by the str command. This is called as typecasting. So typecasting from integer, this I is having integer values which are number values. So typecasting from integer to string using str function. So with the help of this str command or function, we are converting an integer into string. Now when I run, it will show hello 0, hello 1, hello 2, hello 3 and hello 4. Because when string is added to another string, they are both concatenated or joined to each other. This is another example of repetition of instructions using the loop while. Let us see one more example of repetition, where we have say I is equal to 5. I am writing 5 because we can write any number. A loop does not have to start with 0. So for a less than 10, print a. If I miss the instruction a is equal to a plus 1, this loop will continue infinite times because we are not increasing a will remain 5, this condition will be always true and the loop will never stop. So a is equal to a plus 1 is very important, don't forget to mention it. Now remember the concept in Python. If you are familiar with other languages, they require the use of parenthesis. In Python we use indentation. If I write like this, then this statement is outside the loop. If I indent it, then this statement is inside. This statement is also inside the loop. Leaving a blank space or a blank line does not matter as long as you have indentation. Indentation, if you give different indentations, then again it will give an error. You can see there red lines, that means this statement will give error. All statements inside the loop have to be with the same indentation. So the loop was repeated 5 times and we have got the answers here. One more thing you can do, if you don't want the answers in the same line, then in the different lines, then you can take some other steps which we will show you. Suppose we are starting at 50 and going down to 0. This time I am starting from 50 and I am printing a. Here I can write, instead of going to new line, just separate the output with a comma, and instead of plus I am writing minus. That means a will start at 50 and for each loop it will decrease by 1. And what we have got is the loop does not run because here we have to write till a is greater than 0. Now when I am running, it is showing all the outputs separated by comma in the same line, not in the next line. 50 because the loop starts at 50 and the final value is 1 because the loop continues till a is greater than 0. Once a becomes 0, this condition is false, loop does not continue. So this is how we implement loops in Python. Thank you for watching and keep watching the other videos.